All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, the YouTube platform where they're giving a back-to-back updates on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too, so that you'll be able to get our news anytime where we drop one. Bojo, you'll be among the first set of people we go get our news anytime, any day. Also, remember to like and share this news too. Okay, my people, the latest one with the boss brains right here, the latest one with the off people right here. They say yes, it don't read as the Yoruba and the Southwest sign alliance with Fūlăñi Hèrdsmen, Miyetti Allah are members. My people, once you see that things are no longer working at I feel like this is one of the things that happen when you say if you can't beat them, you join them. And I feel like that is what has happened to this set of people as the Yoruba slash Southwest sign alliance with Fūlăñi Herdsmen, Miyetti Allah member. My people, it is very, very tragic that this is what it has gotten to, that this is what it has ended up to be right now, because I do not understand how people that have been fighting for what they actually want has ended up being where they have found themselves, ended up being where they are at the moment. It is very, very uncanny and very, 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 very bad that this is what it has turned everything into. Because at this particular point, I felt that they would have done the needful things, that a whole lot of things would have been better. But I feel like the amount of oppression that has come upon them, or the amount of things that have happened to them, have made them switch lanes or change lanes and decide to do things the other way, which is not even the right way. And one thing I am sure of is that this particular thing will backfire on them. The fact that they've decided to sign with the Southwest and with Fūlăñi Herdsmen, Miyetti Allah, I do not understand whatever it is that they have decided to do, because of course recently, if you've been following us, you'll find out that the Yoruba nation leader has, one way or another, her house was razed down recently, and it caused a whole lot of trouble and trauma recently. But then it is in the best interest of every single person that knows this, that whatever it is that is going on at this particular point is very, 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 very suspicious, because one way or another, you understand that it is a fishy movement. It's a very, very fishy thing that is going on at this moment. But then what can we say? What can we actually say? What can we say is going on right here? The only thing that really matters is we ourselves, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra movement, the United States of Biafra, we ourselves, what we've decided to do for our own selves if we decide to misbehave. One thing is sure, we are not giving up at any point in time. We are not giving up on anything that we've decided to do. We are not on any level looking for a way to escape. No. We are not on that level. We are on the level of making sure that things work out like they should. We are on the level of making sure that things end up the way they should. Not anyhow, but exactly the way they should. And my people, we are not giving up. We are not a set of people that give up on things we want to do easily. We are not those set of people. We are people that work towards whatever it is we want to do till death. We will make sure that every single thing we are working for ends up the way they should. We are not on any level of giving up. We'll make sure that every single thing we do works out properly. It is the needful things that we need to do. It is the proper things that we need to do. And we are being very sincere, it's going to happen the way we want it to happen. Nothing of such is going to stop us from doing anything we want to. The PMBRGIE Simon Ekpa Njoko continues doing the biggest, continues going hard, continues doing extreme things to make sure that we get to where we want to do. And we believe in all the other factions that have been doing every single thing. We believe that they will be able to do every other thing they need to do to make sure that we get where we need to get to. Everything we do here is actually properly calculated. Every order that we decide to do, every order that has been taken, every movement we have ever taken is something that has been premeditated, and it is something that will work out one way or another. And we are not in any way going to go down for it. We are not in any way going to give up on anything we are doing. We will make sure that we end up in the right way. These particular things that the Yoruba set of people have decided to do is not going to affect us. We are not giving up. We are not moving back. We will surely make sure that we end up the right way, because of course this foundation, the foundation of what we started in, is very strong, and we are not that we are claiming that it's against the Biafra movement, he's against this, he's against that, that he's against this, that he's causing unrest in Southeast, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible, because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening, because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Mazinam the Kano was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazinam the Kano, how the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to come back to Nigeria? It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then any time that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that has happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBRGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know the fight, that the fight is real, and that if we stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that there's people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war. And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.